one of the things that I learned from one of my team members is this little timer button that's on your phone. But for 10 minutes, I'm going to do nothing but go in this messenger and do all the follow-ups of the people that maybe I sent messages to this morning. Maybe I did 10 minutes of reach outs. Now they've responded to me. Now I got to come back here and I've got to talk to them. As soon as that timer goes off, I'm done with that process right then. And I'm liable to get up and go play with the dogs, water the dogs, change the laundry out, wash some dishes. But as soon as that 10 minutes goes off again, I come right back in here. Guess what we have to do? The messenger is probably blowing up again. Now what do we need to do? But I do a lot of things in time chunks so that I can stay balanced throughout the day. And I hear that from a lot of stay-at-home moms or people who have a regular 9-to-5 job. How do you get it all done? Well, if you work in time chunks throughout the day, at the end of the day, you will probably be out of your pajamas. You will actually have the house cleaned. The supper will be made. Your kids are taken care of, and you've been able to run your business all day because you haven't wasted time scrolling and getting involved in something that is absolutely not working for you. If you have your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sheet, I want you to pull that out, and we're going to start with our reach outs and our custom conscious comments. So go to Instagram or Facebook or whichever one you want to go to, and let's start doing our custom conscious comments. Real quick, for those of you who are new on here, why do we do that? We do that so that it builds up your algorithms, just like doing a live video. But when you go and you comment on somebody's stuff that is not a thriver with you, please be genuine about it. Please make a custom conscious comment. Always end with a question. So my easiest ones to do is to go to my birthdays. So if you go to Facebook and you go under events, click on birthdays. Happy birthday. I hope today you get lots of presents and a whole cake to yourself. Haha, LOL. Do you get to do anything super special to celebrate your big day? I end with a question. Guys, I copy and I paste that to everybody whose birthdays are today. I end with a question because I want them to come back and talk to me. If it's a thriver that's on there, I'm like, hey, go eat the whole cake. Have the whole cake to yourself and then take treat meal. So, but I always want you to post on their birthdays. People feel special about that. If you missed yesterday's birthdays, you can kind of do the same thing. Happy belated birthday. I hope you got lots of presents and a whole cake to yourself. Did you get to do anything super special to celebrate your big day? Since we did all those custom conscious comments, our algorithms are up now. Guess what we need to do? It's time to go share a Lavelle story. So go to the Lavelle page. I'm telling you, people will read these stories. They may not identify with you, but they may identify with somebody who's on here. And you need to be sharing a story every day. I really like to find a really good before and after picture. There we go. Is that even the same person? That's how she started her story. Smart. She asked a question. You can just save her pictures, which I like to do. And then I'm going to go just copy her verbiage. Go over to my Facebook page, put the picture in, copy and paste her verbiage, and post it. More people are going to see it now that I spent all that time first getting all those algorithms in place. If you are sending messages in private messenger asking people to check out this Thrive thing, or you've commented on somebody's stuff and they're going to go stalk you on Facebook or Instagram, when they clicked on you, not looking at your bio, but if they were to go through your stories or if they were to go through your news feed, would they know that you were a Thriver? You don't want it all about Thrive. You need to sprinkle in for sure all your other stuff too. If you're a mom, if you have dogs, whatever. But would they know you were a Thriver? Or did you just send them this message and they come back and all they see is that you post graphics about motivational stuff? Let them know who you are. Your social media platform, we heard this a lot at Thrivepalooza. It's your store. Social media is letting everybody know what you do. So that's why it's important to share Lavelle's story too. They need to know what company you're with and they need to know what this product is doing for you. It's the I can't afford it objection that I get all the time. I can't afford it objection. How do you know you can't afford it yet? So I will always come back and say, oh, let me just let you try it. And did you know that you could thrive for free? That is crazy. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I was a single mom when I started this business. I had to thrive for free. You hear Jason Camper all the time talk about the feel, felt, found. No matter what the objection is, if it's money, if it's time, if it's I'm allergic to everything, who knows? You can always say, oh, I know how you feel. I know somebody who felt the same way, or I felt the same way. But here's what I found out. Learning how to overcome objections is definitely something you do with time. And if you don't know how to do that, you always want to get on the phone with somebody else. You want to do that validation call, that three-way chat, whatever. The money situation, that's the easiest one for me. I was a single mom when I started, so I totally get the whole money thing. So I can overcome that objection all the time. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I was a single mom when I started this business, and I found out I could thrive for free. I drug 2 busy, tired mamas along with me, and now we're all thriving for free. So that's how you can just overcome some objections. My social media game has changed a lot since I started this because I really just had Facebook at the time, and a lot of us can feel like we exhaust Facebook. So now, though it was very uncomfortable, I added Instagram. So now I'll do things on Instagram, and I'm still learning that. That to me is probably a younger generation thing, and I'm like, no, I'm tapping into it. I'm going with it. Okay, we're going with it. And very fortunately, I have a teenage daughter, so that helps just a little bit. And then I added Snapchat. Snapchat has just a totally different audience on there than my Facebook and my Instagram. Just recently, probably in the last 3 months, I've added LinkedIn. There's where I talk more about the opportunity of Lavelle, not just the products. But all of them have the storyline that you can just blow up the storyline. Then I've added TikTok. That's new, but I'm doing it. I got it. And I actually laugh at myself more on TikTok than I do anything else. I don't ever want to just stay in the same game. I don't want to be complacent and be comfortable where I'm at, because if you're not uncomfortable in what you're doing, like if you don't feel like a total idiot trying to put a video out there, then you're not doing the do. You've got to get uncomfortable.
Okay, I've got an amazing story that I am going to be sharing with some of you in just a second, but I'm going to give her a minute to hop on. So Susan, when you get on here, leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. Aha!
We did it!
We did it!
We did it! Man, this is my first time to do a live on Insta.
Well, I mean, first time for everything, right? I kind of like my Insta crowd.
Yeah. My Insta crowd is totally different than my Facebook crowd. And I would think at my age, I'm probably going to get very set in my ways, and I can't allow that to happen. So when somebody says, you've got to start doing reels on Instagram, I might have a small 30-second panic attack and then be like, why not? Why couldn't I do that? Why couldn't I do that? So then I just make myself do it, which is highly entertaining sometimes, but we do it. And I would have to say that there's probably something about both my parents that no matter what I decide to do, they have never, ever not thought I could do it. Mom, I'm going to run for a city council seat. I'm going to need you to step up your game. They do. You have your whole family involved in your Thrive Life, which is like my kids. My daughter's a customer. My son's a promoter. My mom and dad are both promoters, mainly because I might bully them into doing things. I'm not sure. Maybe. When you are a mama, a lot of times you have that mama guilt and you don't want to go to work all day and then come home and do another job because you feel like you're taking that away from your children. But my kids were 9 and 11 when I started this business, and they always went to bed at 9 o'clock. So most of the stuff that I did was at 9:15 and later, usually till about 10:15. So I would work my business a lot of times at night. I would write things on